In 1 minute, I made £1,000. Having traded the markets for over 15 years, there's really three things that I found most powerful for me, and I want to share them with you to help you on your business of trading journey. Now, to give you some context, when I started learning back in the early 2000s, I was just going to every single course I can get my hands on. And in the first 12 months, I remember there was this moment around 6 months in to my trading career where I was trading the pound US dollar. And I was sitting in my room in my office and I placed the trade and it just took off. And then I increased my risk to the trade. And in 1 minute, I made £1,000 in my early 20s. And I thought I had made it. I thought that was going to be the moment where I just become rich. If I can do that every single day, day after day. I remember just sitting there downstairs, euphoric, thinking I've cracked the code. But over the next 2 weeks, you could probably guess what happened. I gave all that money back to the markets. So now, having traded the markets for 15 years, here's the core three things that I found most helpful. First is find the methodology that resonates with you the best, because there's many methodologies. Now, the four key things in a methodology that I find most useful is make sure it includes momentum, ideally in 2 time frames, some type of price action, whether it's just simple patterns. I personally love to use Elliott waves, some type of price ratios, measuring certain price structures, and also some time and rhythm cycles. So that's number one. The edge. What's your edge and methodology of increasing the probability that the trade's going to go in your favor, where you become the casino? The second is to formulate a business plan that's going to define the edge so you can act consistently. So when you see the setup, you can act upon it without hesitation or reservation with acceptable capital exposure. So it's the technical analysis, what defines the edge, the entry and exit strategy, and how much you're going to risk for the trade itself. And then last but not least is to know your numbers. Most people overestimate what they can do short term and massively underestimate what they can do long term. The power of compounding is real, because if you can hit 2, 3, 4% month on month, even 1.5% month on month, that compounds significantly over the years. So if you can start painting a roadmap for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years and beyond, all of a sudden you'll separate yourself from the crowd that's going to lose, because 90% tend to lose in the business of trading. 1, because they don't have a strong edge. 2, they don't have a strong trading plan. And 3, they're risking too much and trying to rush the game of trying to get where they want to get. So to help you on your journey, I've actually created a financial freedom roadmap calculator. It's a really powerful tool. I've created step by step, and I've also put it into a private membership area where there's 4 key lessons, breaking down the 3 steps: intro, step 1, step 2, step 3, and knowing your numbers in terms of what number do you want to achieve, what number, if you achieved it month for month, and you can play with this, what it looks like compounded year after year. And then there's a few other factors that you can play into to really map your roadmap. So step number 1, to summarize, is get your edge. Step number 2, write your business plan, also known as a trade plan. And 3, know your numbers.